evening, and I'm saying evening because if you look out my window, it's actually nighttime. It is 9:30 p.m. I just got my girls to sleep about 15 minutes ago, and the reason I'm doing this at nighttime is because I wanted to do it earlier today and it didn't happen. So sometimes you just have to wait up till everyone goes to sleep, and then you have a nice quiet house to work in. And I knew I needed to talk a lot and video myself talking a lot this time for what I wanted to do today. And so I needed it to be quiet and just calm. And usually when it is like this, my brain thinks a little better because it's a little bit freer. So let's get started. Today, I wanted to do something a little bit different. This is Thursday, and it's been the first week that Blake has been out for summer break. Now, he's been out, but Sophie has been in school for about 5 hours a day. She starts kindergarten this coming year. So what they did was the kindergarten camp. And so she's been going from start on Tuesday, and then she will finish up tomorrow on Friday. And I've also been babysitting pretty much all week this week too. So it's just been a crazy busy week, and I've realized, it's made me quickly realize that we need a schedule. We need a summer schedule. Now, keep in mind, I have spent many hours busting my brain cells trying to write down schedules in the past, and as soon as I get them down, I don't stick with them. I'm not very consistent with them. I don't implement them, and it's a complete fail and a waste of all of that time and energy. However, this summer is going to be crazy. We just found out this week my son was picked for All-Stars baseball for our town. And we're so excited. He is over the moon. He's called all of our relatives just ecstatic about the whole thing. I just got off the phone with Blake's coach earlier today, and it's a grueling schedule, even more so than what the actual baseball season is. They will be practicing probably 5 or 6 nights. No, probably 5 nights a week. That's a lot, especially during the month of June here in the South. It gets pretty hot, humid. I've got a 1-year-old who doesn't like to sit still, doesn't like to get very hot, so we'll probably tag team, parent, grandparent, whatever, to take Blake to practice, just to help keep the girls more comfortable and calm, and so Blake can focus and get where he needs to be as far as baseball goes. But I was actually, on this video, I was going to plan out some meals for next week. And funny thing is, I signed up for Weight Watchers. I have decided to just try something different, and I was going to explain that in a whole nother video when I do maybe what I eat in a day, Weight Watchers style. And I will do that. It's just, I was going today to write down a meal plan for next week, and then I got off the phone with Blake's coach, and he said, yeah, we're going to be practicing this night, and I was like, when am I going to cook? When are we going to eat dinner? I don't know. It's probably going to be like it is during actual regular baseball season, and we're going to have to just eat hot dogs or snack. I don't know. We've never done this before, and I don't want to cook a meal, spend all that money, and try to get a meal cooked and it go bad because we're having to cook it so early. I don't even know what times those practices will be, so I don't want to waste food. Michael doesn't get home until a little later most nights, so I don't want to put all that time and effort into my planning, my grocery shopping, the money it takes to do that, just to cook all those, try to cook those meals before practice, eat, get everybody ready, and get him to the ball field to practice. And maybe us not even be able to eat, enjoy. I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes. It may be end up me being like trying to meal prep some Weight Watchers meals throughout the day so that I can just put something in the microwave and then have something that the kids enjoy eating. Like, they love Lunchables. They love those Totino's pizzas, things like that that are just super easy. Pop in the oven, microwave, whatever, and just go. If I'm a betting woman, that's what I'm gonna say is going to happen. It just gets so crazy during these sports seasons, but we are so blessed and so excited for this. And if there's one thing that I absolutely love doing is watching Blake play sports. He truly amazes me as not only my child, of course, but watching him grow in a sport, make friendships, be disciplined by someone other than me, and just watching him play and enjoy something that I can't really give him, but it's truly a wonderful experience, and I love it. I love every minute of it. So what I'm gonna do, finally, what I'm gonna do today, or tonight I should say, we're gonna write down a summer schedule. And like I said, with baseball going on, I'm gonna end it at probably about 3 or 4 p.m. because like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen after that. But if I can get everything that we need to do in the beginning of the day and just free up our evenings, then hopefully that will help us to get our things together. So let's get started with that. Okay, so I'm just kind of winging this because I don't know if I'm going to just put my schedule on this type of paper and just hang it up somewhere, or if I'm actually going to add it to this poster board. I would love to do this, but I really don't know where I'm going to hang it. Maybe on my pantry door or something, just so we can all, see it at all times, and we can look at it and refer to it throughout the day. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. This is how I start when I make all of my schedules. Ignore the times because the times are not where I started. Where I started was making a list of things that I look at our habits. What do we do first? What do we tend to do after that? Try not to change things up from your normal habitual routine. You don't want to do that because then it's going to be even harder to try to stick to a schedule. So I went with that, but I also added some things in here that we have to get done. We really need to get done, things like that, but also things that I want them to be able to do. So what I have here is obviously wake up, and I did put 7 o'clock here. The kids are used to waking up around 6 to go to school. So I do want them to sleep in just a little bit, but I don't want them to sleep in too much to get them all completely off schedule, which is sometimes what happens in the summertime, and we don't get back on early schedule. It's really hard to get back on that schedule once school starts back. So, excuse me. So wake up, brush teeth, get ready, and make breakfast. Okay, so then I've got breakfast, clean up, and I had TV time here, but I actually took that out because if I put TV time here and then we suddenly need to start doing school, then it's going to be harder I'm going to have a fight if I have to go turn off the TV after they've only been on it for 15 minutes just to get them to start doing maybe some school work. Okay, we do need to do school this summer. Blake, he is really struggling in reading. Wonderful in math. Reading, he's a lot like me. He is struggling with it. He knows how to sound out words, to put them together, blend them together, and decode, all that. It's the fluency that we really need to work on. So I actually went on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's an account I've had from when I was a teacher myself, and I found him a second grade packet, I believe it was, that was fluency passages, and it also had some comprehension questions with it. So I will be doing that with him a lot, like every day this summer. So I wanted to put that there, but also Sophie starts kindergarten this coming year, and I wanted her to be able to at least, she knows her alphabet. I would love for her to be able to match every single letter to what they are, and maybe even possibly learning some sounds before she even gets there, just to kind of give her that head start. I would have started this earlier this year, but building a house and having a newborn, it just did not play into our year. So, but that's okay. We're going to start fresh. We've got the summer to work on it, and we just get where we get. Then my kids are always hungry for before lunch, and I want just something small, very, very small, to make it till lunch. So a snack. I put chores on here, but then I went ahead and added morning chores, because if I just let them do chores one time a day, they don't tend to do anything else for chore wise until that following day. And by the end of the day, our house is a wreck. And so I wanted to just do, morning chores, and then I'll add in some evening chores depending on his schedule. And then of course playtime. And then lunch, and also clean up lunch. Now that's big. When I put clean up, I mean, let's do it then, because I'm bad about, okay, I just made a big lunch. I finally got all these plates ready made. They made a big, huge mess with it, and now I'm exhausted. It's time for us to rest, calm down, and I really just need to stick to cleaning up right after we eat. Okay, quiet time. And this mostly isn't for my kids, like my older kids. This is mostly for Ridley, because this will be her time for her big long nap. And if the kids are running through the house or coming in and out of the house from playing outside, she's not going to get the nap that she needs. So I'm going to just say quiet time. This is the time they'll go in their rooms, so that I could get Ridley to sleep in my room. And then they can be reading, looking through books, or just playing very quietly during this time. I know Sophie will sometimes fall asleep while playing quietly during quiet time, and that's okay with me. So that's what that's for. And then I've got outside play, obviously, if the weather's, it's not raining or anything. And then 3 o'clock, they're hungry again, so I need to give them a snack. Usually their 3 o'clock snack is bigger than their earlier snack in the day, because it seems like there's just a bigger gap for some reason. So that's all I've got there. I did not put anything in the evening time just yet. I will go back and add that in once we get our baseball schedule finalized and times and all of that, because obviously we'll have to do something for dinner. We'll have to do our evening chores. We'll have to do the evening routine with bath, brush teeth, tuck in bed, all that stuff. So that's where I started. And I also got the times. And I just left it for blocks. Just for example, breakfast, cleanup, and play. I gave that time slot 8 to 9. And that's because if I say 8 to 8:20, eat breakfast. Well, if it's cereal, my kids are done in 10 minutes. If it's something like eggs and sausage, that's going to take 20 minutes. So I just gave it a block, because depending on what we eat for breakfast, how long it takes to clean up, depends on how much time they get to play before they start school. So that's why I just do time blocks. That seems to work best for us in the past. So now that I have that, I actually don't feel like I need to put it on here. Or maybe I do. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what I need to do. You know what? I think I am going to add it to this, but I'm going to leave a little bit of room at the end to put the evening time when we get it. Okay, here's what it looks like. Not perfect, not using Cricut machine or anything like that. That's just my handwriting with a marker. I could have taken more time and made it even better, but this isn't forever. It's just a schedule that we're going to try to follow through with this summer, and I think we can do this. This is very manageable. Now, what I'll do is, obviously, most of this is just the big gist of what we're doing. I obviously, as a mother, and you all know as well, we have so many more roles in this. So when there's wake up, you know, that's not just our kids opening their eyes. That's us going up there and patting on their shoulder, rubbing their back, trying to get them up the best we can. Brushing the teeth, that's also us managing that as well. Getting ready, sometimes we have to help get a shirt down from the closet, you know, things like that. Every little thing that I wrote here for a mother is 10 more steps within that. So it's going to help me to keep track of everything that I have to do within this. If I write out my own schedule on just a sheet of paper, just to make sure I stay in line as well with everything that I need to do, just to keep my mind going. I know right now it's a very busy season in life, and there's things that I forget to do all the time, and so much more in this past year since having Ridley than other years before. I will just forget the simplest things, and I get so far behind from forgetting those things throughout the day. So this will help me, and making my own schedule will help me as well. And if I have to add, like once we get our baseball schedule or whatever up, and want to add to it, I may do that and show y'all, but that is what we have. Okay. Alright, so that's what I have for this video tonight, and I hope this gives you motivation to get yourself on a schedule as well, and I'll see you next time.